What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're the Market Marauders investment channel, helps you to find best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. Now, today I'll be going over earnings plays for today. As you guys know, it is earnings week, so following some of the earnings plays today. Have them listed in the community tab, so make sure you check out the community tab. Also, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Without further ado, let's jump directly into it. So today, there was only one that had earnings, and that was Dick's Sporting. And their moving average 50 is $48.34. Moving average 10 is $53.75. The moving average 100 is $47.01. So they ended the day today at $53.99. And then it looks like after hours they went down to $53.90. So they went down 9 cents after hours. So let's jump into their earnings and see what's going on with that. So the earnings came out today, and it was pretty good. It says Dick's Sporting Goods crushes Wall Street estimates as online sales surge 194%. 194% plus is a very good metric, basically showing that a lot of people bought stuff from Dick's Sporting Goods. It says net sales increased 20.1% to $2.71 billion from $2.26 billion a year earlier, beating expectations by $2.46 billion. So pretty good estimate on that one. Chief Executive Ed Stack said the company benefited from more people getting outside and working out during the pandemic. So people buying a lot of weights since gyms and stuff were closed, treadmills, kayaks and stuff like that. So pretty good as far as that's concerned with the earnings play. I do have them as a put because I believe that they're going to go down after their earnings. But it seems like they may be proving me wrong. If we look on here, we can see that they are very bullish. They ran up after their earnings, which is a good sign. But we'll see how they hold up tomorrow at this price and see if it's sustainable. Make sure you go follow me on IG. So on IG, it is market_marauders. Make sure you go follow the clothing brand page as well, which is sus_clothing_brand. So make sure you check that out. A lot of good merch on that. And let's jump into some other ones that are going up today. So first we have iClick, which earnings was this week. It was on Monday. They seem to be going up even more after their earnings, so that's a pretty good sign. Still very bullish, but seem to be running sideways for most of the day today. So interested to see how that performs for the rest of the week. BBY, Best Buy, has been moving sideways after their earnings. They dropped off quite a bit after their earnings, and they've continued to move sideways after their earnings. Their moving average 10 is 112.11. Moving average 50 is $113.71, and their moving average 100 is $112.66. So they ended the day at $112.30. So not too bad, but still running sideways, even though they had really good earnings. So even though their earnings was good this week, which was yesterday. So if you want to check out their earnings, go to the playlist and you can see the synopsis of their earnings after they came out. I went over them yesterday, so go back and check the video from that. But their earnings overall, to me, are pretty good. So going into another one, which is one of the main ones that I want to talk about today, and that is Tesla. So Tesla has recently been upgraded. If we go to here, this article, it says Bank of America on Friday upgraded Tesla to neutral from underperform and raised its price target to $1,750 from $800. So the firm's new price target implies an 8% upside for Tesla shares over the next year. Shares of Tesla ticked up as much as 4% Friday. Morgan Stanley also boosted its price target and rating on the automaker. So, people are boosting their prices on Tesla. In my personal opinion, I still think they have potential to run up even more than what they currently are running up. And it's definitely evident of today. So, if we see they did have a small bullish trend downwards, denoted by the moving average 10 line, which is this red line going below the moving average 50 line, and then going back up. And it definitely rallied back up the next day after that, which was today, to be bullish yet again. So on the left-hand side, we can see lots of people are still buying Tesla, even after the record for the split was going on. So still a lot of positive news for the company overall. And, if you're following Tesla, there's still a couple of things that investors are waiting on. One is possible S&P 500 inclusion. The other one that they're waiting on is Battery Day, which is on September 15th. So September 15th, there'll be Investor/Battery Day at the Fremont factory location for Tesla. So pretty big day for the company as a whole. And interested to see their processes and how their workflow is at the actual factory. So looking forward to that. Going into another one that had earnings yesterday. Just a recap on that, which is Intuit. So Intuit does TurboTax, and they do QuickBooks. They have Mint, and I think it's Pro Sheets. I can't remember the name of the other branch that they have on their company, but TurboTax, a lot of people are familiar with, and QuickBooks, a lot of people are familiar with. But they basically crushed their earnings yesterday, but it seems like they're going sideways as well. So definitely looking for that one to rally back up in the following weeks or by the end of this week. Going into Apple. Apple is another one that a lot of investment firms are changing their price target on. So Apple, it says Apple set to surge as much as 40% on a once-in-a-decade opportunity as it benefits from a massive upgrade cycle for its iPhone install base over the next year, according to Wedbush. So it says in a note published on Wednesday, Wedbush raised Apple price target to $600 and its bull case price target to $700, representing upside potential from current levels of 20% to 40%. It says Wedbush said next iPhone will represent the most significant product cycle for Apple since the release of iPhone 6 in 2014. And it says the street is underestimating the massive pent-up demand of the next iPhone, which will help fuel Apple's continued valuation increases, Wedbush added. So they're basically saying that the current price it's at, all of these things that Apple is doing are not priced in. So if you're not familiar with the terminology priced in just basically means that a stock goes up for some certain amount of time based on news that people are anticipating to happen. So if there's a rumor going around that a company's making a new product and you see the price start to go up before the news actually comes out on what they're doing, then that will be, the volatility of something being priced in. So that means when the news actually does come out, the stock doesn't really go up anymore because that's what you would consider priced in. So just bear that in mind. A lot of these companies are saying that this stuff is not priced in. So that means you could still get in at a good price and, still be able to make profits from these big name companies. So going into the other one that I wanted to talk about today, which is NIO. NIO has been on a crazy run upwards. I even talked about it in the community tab, so make sure you check that out. But they have been on a crazy run up today and yesterday. So they basically have gone from $13.94 all the way up to like $20.44, where they ended the day. But then after hours went to $20.03. So that's based off of this news right here that came out from Morgan Stanley. So Morgan Stanley basically says electric car stock could jump another 15%. So they're basically saying that it has potential to run up. And when you have these big institutions and big firms like Morgan Stanley say that the price of a stock can go up and it has huge potential, a lot of investors, jump into the stock and pour into the stock. So just bear that in mind. A lot of institutions have a lot of power behind them when saying things like, this stock has the potential to go up. Their word holds a lot of value to a lot of, older investors as well as some younger investors because, their opinion is deemed to seem valid. So if they say it, then, obviously they know what they're talking about. But there are a lot of people who follow the stock, millennials and people after millennials basically following Neo and have followed for a while. So, they were able to capitalize on this move upward. So another one I want to talk about is Big C, ticker sign Big C, Big Commerce Holding Incorporation. They recently IPO'd. Looked at them the other day. They were at like 120 area and have shot up all the way up to $139 today. So pretty good on them. A lot higher than their IPO. Their IPO, which was a couple of weeks ago, was at $67.12. So if you're able to buy at IPO, you got a lot of money. Even if you bought at the top here at 104, when it ran up that one day, you were still able to get in some profits because it went all the way to 151.99. So a lot of movement on that one. Very bullish. Interested to see how that performs in the long run. Definitely looking forward to that one. And tomorrow there are quite a few earnings. So I'm going to put them on here and let's look at them. So the first one that we have is a Dollar Tree. Then we're going to add Ollie's has the earnings tomorrow. So we're going to add that to the watch list. We have DG has their earnings tomorrow, Dollar General. And tomorrow as well, Ulta Beauty has their earnings. So we're going to add them to the watch list. And then Marvel Technology has their earnings tomorrow as well. So let's look at all these and see how they're performing. So it looks like Dollar Tree is still very bullish. Looks to be rallying before their earnings tomorrow, which is a pretty good sign. Looks to be like it started off in the 90s, upper 90s, and went all the way to like 104 today. Their moving average 10 is $103.97. Moving average 50 is $102 even, and moving average 100 is $100.89. So they are very bullish, in my personal opinion, denoted by the moving average 10 line being above the moving average 50 and the moving average 100 line. So make sure you keep your eyes out on Dollar Tree tomorrow because they have their earnings. Another one that has their earnings tomorrow is Ollie's. So if you're not familiar with what Ollie's is a discount consignment store. It sells a lot of different things, just about anything you can think of that Walmart sells. Mainly Ollie's sells. Every Ollie's is different. They have like different stuff there, but it's all at discounted prices. Some pretty good deals and stuff there. I know I was able to go and get some masks there. They had a pretty good deal on masks. Went the one in my local town and got some hand sanitizer this weekend. So they have pretty good stuff in my opinion. If you're looking for a bargain, always trying to save some money. In my opinion, not trying to pay, outrageous prices for things that you need. It's a good place to do that. So they are bullish, denoted by their moving average 10 line being above their moving average 50 and the moving average 100 line. Looks to be pretty bullish, in my opinion. Volume seems to be strong as well. A couple of big orders coming in towards the end of the day in the positive direction. Their moving average 10 is $111.09. Moving average 50 on them is $108.50. And the moving average 100 is $107.14. So pretty good metrics as far as that's concerned. Very bullish in my opinion, but we'll see if it goes down after their earnings tomorrow and test this moving average 50 and this moving average 100 line, which will denote that it will begin a bearish trend. So in it today at 110.71, but after hours went up $1.26 to end at $111.97. So again, make sure you go add me on IG. This is my IG, market_marauders. Make sure you add the clothing line brand as well. So it's clothing brand. There'll be a giveaway for that coming up soon when I get enough people to enter in. So make sure you go check those out. Jumping into the last two for earnings tomorrow, or the last three, we got DG for Dollar General. Their moving average 10 is $202.73. Their moving average 50 is $199.80. Moving average 100 is $199.61. And they ended the day at $204.09. And then after hours, they went up $2.91. So it looks like they rallied pretty high coming up to their earnings. They're definitely on a bullish uptrend, denoted by their moving average 10 line being above their moving average 50 and moving average 100 line. And we will see how they hold up. A lot of green orders came in after hours, so look for this to have an early breakout. Volume seem to be high as well, denoted by the VWA P14 line. So volume seem to be high, as well as the moving average 10 line continuing to go high. So it may be an early morning breakout for them. If you want to know more about these plays, I have them on the community tab. So check the community tab on the main YouTube channel page, and you will see all the plays for this week. Jumping into the next one, we have ticker sign ULTA for Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty is basically a beauty cosmetic store. They sell like colognes, but mostly it's beauty supplies like makeup, brushes, hair dryers, things of that nature. Their moving average 10 is $220.56. Moving average 50 is $218.62, and the moving average 100 is $216.45. They are bullish as well, denoted by this moving average 10 line being above the moving average 50 and the moving average 100 line. So definitely keep your eyes out on them. Volume-wise, doesn't seem like they had too big of a volume towards the end of the day, so I wouldn't expect them to have a early morning breakout, but you never know, depending on this one. Also, I wouldn't expect them to have an early morning breakout because they went down 26 cents after hours today. So ending on a bearish trend, in my personal opinion, does not denote the beginning of an early morning breakout, but ending on a positive note does denote a early morning breakout. So if you look at DG, they ended positive. Ollie's and Dollar Tree ended positive. So I would expect those to have a early morning breakout when they open. So Ulta, because it ended bearish, even though the chart says that it's bullish, I would still expect it to lag a little bit and continue to run sideways and not break out as the market opens. But Ulta, I do have a put for Ulta, and all the rest of them I have as calls. So just bear that in mind. I did not expect Ulta to do as good as the other retailers have done. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so take that with a grain of salt. These are all speculative plays that hopefully will help somebody. But if you need financial advice, make sure you contact a CPA, licensed and certified, so that you can get financial advice. This is just for educational purposes to show you how, if you were to begin trading, that you could go about it. Going to the last one on here, we have ticker sign MRVL for Marvel Technologies. They are on a pretty big bullish uptrend, denoted by their moving average 10 line. Their moving average 10 is 35.69. Moving average 50 is 34.62. Moving average 100 is a 33.96. They ended the day at $35.61, but went down 9 cents after hours to end at $35.52. Still bullish as far as the chart's concerned, but they did end bearish. So we will see how they perform once the market opens. Looks like a lot of big orders came in towards the end of the day. So, may denote that they are going to break out when the market opens. So just looking forward to that. Hopefully they do break out because this company makes a lot of good products. So, hopefully they do break out and people can capitalize on that. So just going over the plays or the ones that I've been looking at for this week. We got iClick, which had their earnings on Monday. We have Best Buy, which had their earnings yesterday. We have Tesla, which recently just got a price upgrade by Morgan Stanley. We have Intuit, who had their earnings on Tuesday, which they beat. Best Buy beat their earnings as well, and iClick beat their earnings as well. Apple, which has just been recently upgraded to $600 and $700 by Bank of America and other financial institutions. Also, going back to Tesla, they do have a 5-to-1 stock split that will be activated on Monday. So on Monday, for every one share that you have, if you had the stock on Friday, you will have 5 shares of Tesla. Likewise with Apple, their record date was Friday as well. So for every one stock you have of Apple, you will now have four shares of Apple on Monday the 31st. So going into Apple, they had a price upgrade by Bank of America and other institutions. So, I'm expecting them to continue to go up as time goes on. With Tesla, we're still expecting the release of Battery Day, which is September 15th, and the possible S&P 500 inclusion. For Apple, we're still waiting on the release of the 5G iPhone, which is much anticipated. And for Dick's Sports, they had their earnings today. Looks to be pretty bullish after their earnings. So we're going to keep an eye out on that for this week. NEO, which has had a price upgrade recently, has been on a pretty big bullish uptrend. They ended the day at 2044, but went to 2003 as time went on after the market. But it looks like there were a lot of large green orders coming in towards the end of the day, so they may be an early morning runner. Also going to Big C, BIGC, for Big Commerce. They recently have IPO'd, so they are fairly new to the stock market, but it looks like their price action is going up. They are very bullish, so keep an eye out on those. Dollar Tree, because they have their earnings, they are bullish. Ollie's is bullish as well. Dollar General, which has its earnings tomorrow, is bullish as well. Ulta, which to me is going to be interesting, possibly going to run sideways tomorrow after its earnings. And Marvel Technology. So if you want to find out the rest of the plays, check out the community tab and make sure that you hit that thumbs up button because it really helps the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you all can lock in some profits this week. Hope everybody does. Make sure that you comment down below so that you can tell me if you were able to lock in profits or not. I'm definitely interested to see, if these videos are definitely benefiting people, if they are helpful. That's the whole goal, is to make sure that they're helpful. Make sure you add me on IG. I'll try to answer some of your questions on IG if you ask them. I know a couple of people have reached out to me on IG to try to ask me questions. So, feel free to try to reach me whichever way you can. Also have an email address, which is in my About section, where you can contact me as well if you have questions. But just remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm going to give it to you just from my personal opinion. So just bear that in mind. Good luck to everybody out there trading. Hope everybody's able to lock in profits, and I'll see you guys next time.